Another beautiful evening inside of love. And the only way to do that effectively is by having one of the most loveliest, dynamic, amazing friends with me. She's an award winning actress. She's a Grammy Award winner. She's phenomenal, amazing, and everything that you can put into one person. She's the one and the only Stephanie Mills. Thank you for coming.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, hello,
Thank you for
hello.
having me. I'm happy to
Always a
see
pleasure.
you.
It's
Thank
nothing
you.
but Brooklyn love all the way.
Brooklyn love. Bed-Stuy.
Bed-Stuy, do or die, baby.
Do or die. Do or
You
die.
know, the last time you just performed not too long ago in Brooklyn at a spot called the King's Theater. I was out of
Yes.
town.
That was last year.
Was that last year?
Uh-huh. That
Time
was
flies
last
by so
year.
quickly.
Flies by. Yep, at the King Theater. Yes.
And that was the
This
first time you ever performed in Brooklyn, I think, in a
in
minute.
a while, in a minute.
Yeah,
Yes. Because
yeah.
every time I do NJ Pack, we
Hmm.
do the King Theater. They try to pull it both together. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so good. So it must feel so good to go home for
It
real.
does, for real. It
For
does. I love going to Brooklyn. And even if I don't perform, I usually like to just ride through the old neighborhood and see, you
the
know,
change.
the change. There's a lot of changes in Brooklyn.
Stephanie Mills is with us tonight, and she's doing something special. April 8th, you're coming to do some acting for real, for real.
Lifetime Pride. Pride.
You know,
April 8th.
shout out to Bishop T.D. Jakes.
Yes.
He's been starting up these series of the seven deadly sins for a minute, and I'm so happy that you're in it. You have a whole bunch of company with you,
I
but
have
how
a
was
whole bunch of company.
you do? But how was the experience just to be called upon to work on this project?
It was amazing. It was unexpected. I think Derek Williams reached out to Donald Lawrence,
Wow.
and Donald texted me and said, Derek is trying to reach you. He wants you to do this film. Are you interested? I was like, yeah. And so Derek sent me the script, and I read the script, and the script was so well written. It was wonderful. And I decided to do it. And we flew to Vancouver and we shot the movie in 17 days.
No way.
Yes, in 17 days.
That was intense.
Yes, it was very intense.
That means you're really good in memorizing lines, right? You're really good.
Honey,
You're really good.
I just turned 66 last Wednesday.
God bless
And
you.
my biggest fear was I'm not going to remember these lines, but I did. I was like, "Oh, thank you, God." Yeah, I
Just
did.
like riding a bike.
Yes. Yes, but this was my first ever starring in a film ever.
Well, you know what? This is not your last.
Oh, thank
You
you.
know this is
Thank
not your
you.
last. No, no. If you got that bug and you flew through this so effortlessly, this will not be Stephanie Mills' last film.
Well, I have no expectations and I enjoyed this project so much. But, if something else comes along and it's a good script and the people are nice and
Sure,
kind,
sure.
I would do it. I would think about doing it. Yeah.
Why did you enjoy this script so much? I mean, this film so much.
Because it was a story of a black family, a matriarch. I play the role as Birdie, and
Hmm.
she's the matriarch of the family, and she's a hard worker. She's given everything to her business, but she didn't show love to her children,
Mm.
and especially her daughter who passed away, um, because she was so prideful. And she thought Gabe, who's played by nephew Tommy, who's my son, she gave Gabe everything materialistic, but she didn't give of herself. And I felt that this was such a great story, especially for our community to see,
Hmm. Hmm.
and for families to see how pride can be so destructive.
We live in a material world these days,
Yes,
and the most common denominator, the most thing that most people want, including children, is that love,
they want the love and they want your time.
time and love.
Yes, they do.
Had a chance to see you just a few weeks back on Jennifer Hudson's new show, which I love.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, I love Jenny. She's so warm and kind. I really enjoyed doing that show.
her and I were born under the same sign. We got that Virgo thing.
Yes, yes, yes,
But
yes.
I'm one thing I like about her show is that she likes to sing with her guests, and I know you challenged her to do that when y'all sang a bit of home. And when
Mhm.
I heard both of you sing and the harmonization, I said, wouldn't it be special if one day they decided to do a Broadway show?
Oh, yes. That would be amazing.
That would be
That would be
crazy.
amazing. It would be absolutely amazing.
Mm,
Yes. I would
mm-mm.
love to work with Jennifer and do a Broadway show with her. That would be amazing.
Yeah, I'm putting it out there. Well, I just planted to see it. We'll see how well it grows. But one thing that has grown, and we get a chance to see her, this beautiful lady, on April 8th on Lifetime, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. The movie's entitled Pride. Uh,
Yes.
Seven of the most deadly sins. I know it's executive produced by Bishop T.D. Jakes and a host of other folks. But you mentioned uh, nephew Tommy Miles.
Yes.
But
Yes.
you also have another dynamic lady with you.
Erica Campbell. Yes, who plays the preacher, Pastor Trey.
Oh, that's
Yes.
perfect for her. Perfect.
Yes. Oh man, and she sings a song and we have a little duet in the movie.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know the difference because I haven't stepped in your shoes in terms of Broadway. I haven't stepped in your shoes in terms of the acting thing like that. Um, your first film, this is your first film, not your last. But how is the demand or how is the attention different than recording?
Oh, it's very different than recording. When you're filming, you stop and the hours are long, 16-hour days, and you have to film different ways, different
Angles.
blocking and different angles, right? And but recording, you go in the studio, I do one, two takes, maybe a third one, and I'm done. But acting is different because you have fellow actors that are feeding you lines and you're doing scenes with that they have to get their angle and get my angle, so it's different, but it's still very rewarding. It's rewarding to do something like that, to experience it, because everybody can't do it. So it's very rewarding, and I was truly ready for it.
Stephanie Mills is with me tonight. But how different is this from Broadway? Because Broadway, you have staging, you have angles, you can't put your back to the audience. So you were kind of like accustomed to some of that, maybe not in the same arena, though.
I can tell you that my Broadway training definitely helped me in this film,
Mm.
as far as discipline and just listening to the director, being on time, knowing your lines, and making it work over and over and over again. You do 8 shows a week. Of course, you do just one show a night, but you're doing 8 shows a week, which means you're doing the same thing over and over again. So it's different in a ways, but it's the same in a lot of ways.
Would you ever return to Broadway?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I would
Really?
love to return. Yeah, I would love to return to Broadway, even doing my own tour show. I would love to bring it to Broadway and sit there for maybe 2 or 3 days, 4 days,
That's
maybe
hot.
even a week. It depends on how well my brand would sell. But I would love to come back to Broadway.
Stephanie Mills, what do you feel that people are going to take from this movie Pride? Because we're proudful people, and it's good to have pride, but I think there's a limitation on where your pride rises to, so it doesn't become overwhelming. It doesn't dominate your life. Am I wrong for saying that?
No, I think that we are very prideful people. So my prayer is that people come away knowing how detrimental pride can be. I think that we have to be more compassionate. Everybody has an opinion nowadays with all this social media, and they want to bash people and say mean things, but you got to remember, everybody's somebody's child,
Mm.
and we're all human and have feelings. So you can't you we must have more compassion and let that pride can make you lose a lot of things. Pride can make a man lose his wife, or
Mm.
a wife lose her husband.
Wow.
It's not a good thing. Pride is not a good thing.
I want to slide into something else, a song that people ask for all the time. I just so happened to play it by accident, didn't know that they loved it so much, though. And the song was entitled One Would Think I Would Know This, right? Not the one that Nick did. Keep Away Girls.
Keep
It
away,
was
girls.
no. You and I.
You and I. Oh, and Two Man Lucas.
Is that what it was?
That's in
M2
Two
Man.
Man Lucas.
Wow.
Yes, Reggie Lucas. Yes.
Love it. Love it
Really? They love that
immensely.
song.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Your memories of M2 Man when you recorded that would be
Oh,
what?
both of them have gone on
Yeah.
and transitioned, and I miss them because before Reggie passed away, we were going to get together and write some songs and maybe do some recordings. And and Tuma and I have always remained close, and I miss them. But I'm so happy, and this is the one thing about Pride. I'm so happy that we stayed in touch. We didn't lose touch with each other, and that we never let Pride get in the way or what we thought we should have or whatever. I'm at peace with them transitioning and me still being here, but I'm at peace with them
Yeah.
going on because I know we had a great relationship.
Before we went to music and stuff, I wanted to ask you at this stage of the game, your son, you shared with us, your son is now 22 years old.
Mhm.
Are you going to be a tough mom um, and helping him decide and you decide along with him, of course, who would be the ideal young lady for him?
Well, he has a girlfriend, a beautiful girl.
Oh, great.
Um, and I love her. I like her. He says he's going to marry her when he's 26. Um, and he said that since he's been like 15. Mom, I'm going to get married when I'm 26. But
Wow.
I love my son. I try to give him his independence, but he does travel with me. I don't leave him. He
Right.
travels with me everywhere because my experiences is his experience. I feel like
Mhm.
when we entertainers have children that's born into our world, we must accept that and let them just explore our world with us and not
Mm,
leave them. I think the problem comes when we leave them and let someone else raise them. I didn't do
true.
that. No,
Yeah.
I keep my son with me.
I remember Eddie Levert was sharing that with him. He took his sons with him on the road. And look what
Yes,
they all grew up to go right into business right
right
alongside
along
him.
with
It's
them. Yeah.
simple.
My
Yeah.
son, he's an author. He has a book. He wrote a book,
Wow.
Farad J, the Adventures of Farad J, and he has his own website. But I he wants to be an author, and he loves writing. So he's
Wow.
already working on his second book, and it'll be ready soon. We'll probably put it out by the summer.
Tell your son that he just gave me inspiration because I'm so slow. He's already got one book down. He's going working on another one.
He's
I
working
haven't.
on another one.
I love
Yes.
it. I love it. I love it. Well, look, I'm sure everyone's going to get a chance to love you. And on April 8th, you get a chance to see Miss Stephanie Mills in this wonderful, amazing film that was released by Bishop T.D. Jakes. It's on Lifetime, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. So for our
Yes.
family that's listening to us in Oklahoma City, you know what to do. Make sure you set your DVR if you're going to be out moving around the city. But this is entitled Pride, Seven Deadly Sin Story.
Yes. Yes.
And it's deep and it stars Tommy Miles, aka Nephew Tommy, Miss Erica Campbell, and there's another young lady that
Nia
we feel in.
Nia
Yeah,
King.
yes.
Nia King. Yes.
Does she play the daughter?
She plays my granddaughter. She
The
plays
granddaughter.
Ella. Yeah, Ella Boudreau.
Well, I'm
Yes.
excited for you in this new venture. And I know you're going to be excited, probably looking at it on the edge of your seat. You're very critical of yourself when you do your work.
Not anymore. I used to be. Now I've learned to just, it's what it is. I'm going to enjoy it and I'm not going to criticize myself. I don't
Good,
criticize myself anymore.
good.
No.
You don't need to because there's nothing critical about you that you need to
Oh,
beat yourself
thank
up
you.
on.
Thank
Look, my
you.
love, it's always a pleasure to have a moment of your time and continue success. Do your thing, knock them out, and I'll be glued to that TV watching you do your thing in this wonderful film called Pride.
Okay, call me and let me know what you think.
I most certainly will. Stephanie Mills, baby, on the Quiet Storm tonight. You know you can't tell me nothing now. I feel sexier. I feel sexier.
Bye, Lenny.
Bye bye, my love. Thank you.